Nova Scotia, Canada's ocean playground, earns this name through its rich tradition of oceanic involvement through the province's culture. With fishing and trapping being a large part of its economic history, it's no wonder why many Nova Scotians feel a heart-to-heart connection with the beautiful coastlines that surround the peninsula and its islands. Tidal areas have held historical significance even pre-colonization, with indigenous groups traditionally using and caring for the lands for thousands of years before the first boat even touched down on the east coast. Mi'kmaq peoples that have inhabited these regions have not only lived amongst the tides and these tide pools for years, but have grown to appreciate the organisms that are present, from lobster to the various species of birds and gulls. Visiting these areas, such as local tide pools, it's apparent why people can feel such a true, genuine connection and peacefulness in their presence. The fresh sea air, water, and sounds can be truly calming when needing a break from the busy world, but these areas also function as crazy communities with high biodiversity and complexity. Looking at the vast array of organisms, mussels, barnacles, snails, plants, and even little fish constantly interact with one another, with larger birds, mammals, and even humans coming into play. The rocky habitat not only provides a home for small animals like barnacles and small bivalves, but protection from predation, a classic abiotic biotic relationship. Of course, the predation that occurs in these zones act as a large-scale biotic relationship between all organisms across the food web. Animals trying to hunt almost everything in these zones, as well as each other, truly shows the communal dynamic occurring 24/7. Though these areas act as a high-functioning biodiverse ecosystem, disturbances, especially as of late, have long-lasting effects, potentially jeopardizing the sanctity of these tide pools. Many of these areas are under human stress. For example, the South Street public area near Dalhousie acts also as a boat launch. This introduces a new widespread field of abiotic factors as the chance of pollution increases. That could possibly affect present species. Instances such as runoff and any oil or gasoline leaks from any boats being launched may also introduce toxic chemicals for these animals, potentially carrying across an entire food web if not properly contained. Hurricanes, which have been getting stronger from global warming and extensive climate change, may also increasingly affect these areas with habitat loss and destruction, like what we have seen at Point Pleasant Park. And as with Point Pleasant, it would be very wise for the city of Halifax to implement safety measures and perhaps even conservation plans to ensure the health of these tide pools and surrounding areas, barring any other large scale disturbances from these storms. The Mi'kmaq principle of two-eyed seeing could also have a key role in the protection of these areas. Indigenous knowledge, though often unfortunately disregarded in modern Western culture, has vast pockets of knowledge that can be applied to protect these areas for generations to come.